Welcome to Michael Jordan is Legend, the #1 Michael Jordan fan page on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Like, follow, and subscribe if you agree that MJ is the GOAT. Welcome into the top 13 craziest backboard breaking dunks of all time. Get ready for a ride because there's going to be some faces you might recognize, but even a few that might surprise you. Make sure and leave a comment below letting us know which one is your favorite backboard breaking dunk. But first, let's check out these top 13 dunks. Let's go. Number 13, Blue Edwards, maybe the smallest one that we've got on this list.
Or at least we'll bring down the backboard.
All right, be honest. How many of you knew about Kevin Love breaking the backboard?
So here I see Landon Ainge is defending the guard, who's having a tough time handling the ball. So I creep up, steal the ball, go up for the dunk, and boom, there it is, shattered glass.
What was going through your mind?
Man, I don't even know. I kind of broke the glass and kind of was a little bit stunned. But, you know, after that, I just kind of stood there and I was just like, oh my God, I just broke the glass. This is always something I've always wanted to do. And, you know, it's just really crazy to me. It was kind of a shock at first, but afterwards it just kind of felt great that I put that flush down and, you know, broke the backboard, shattered the glass, and it just felt great. And, you know, people were, you know, kind of bowing down, running up with their phones, taking pictures. So, you know, afterwards I just kind of, you know, took a bow to the crowd and walked off and said, you know, game over. And we got out of there, signed a few autographs, and went back home and had to play the game.
Oklahoma State's Jason Keep went up and brought it down with a little bit of help. You can see it sent the crowd into an absolute frenzy in probably the most self-celebrated backboard breaking dunk of all time.
Rebounders. Keep again. Jason Keep. Oh my gosh, Jason Keep. Jason Keep, we just renovated this building and you broke the backboard. Oh man. Look at the big guy. Not the best exhibition of dribbling, but boom, the finish and the hang, and it all comes tumbling down.
Yeah, the hanging is what did it there.
Again, you're taught in the third grade, don't watch the ball when you dribble. He didn't do that part of the equation, but he got the finish, and the contact from behind really forced him to hang on to it to keep him from going down.
The Nets' Chris Morris checks in at number 10 as he cocked this one back to break the back.
Put somebody away. Bulls back by 10. Pete George with the hard drive to Morris. Oh, no! Backboard! Oh, no! Oh, he loves it. Shaq O'Neal shattered one earlier, and this time Chris Morris got it. Chuck Daly isn't all that thrilled about it because they still trail by 8. And Doug and I are going to get a whole lot of... and this is what we call the rain delay in baseball.
Number 9, Big Country Bryant Reeves, also of Oklahoma State, brought this one down during practice of not just any practice, but during the NCAA tourney, which helped the legend of Bryant Reeves continue to grow.
We was just doing a drill where one of the coaches tossed it up off the backboard. You go get it and you stick it back in the hole. You know, you try to dunk it. And Coach Dickey gave me a perfect pass off the backboard, so I decided to try to dunk it backwards. And when I did, it just happened to shatter. And the only thing that I heard was a big crack, and here come glass everywhere.
A few pieces of glass had to be pulled out of the back of the neck of Reeves, but other than that, he was okay. And the legend of Big Country had grown even bigger.
We were talking about that about 3 or 4 years down the road, this would be a dunk on Rasheed Wallace in the championship game or something like that, how the stories get blown out of proportion. But, you know, stuff like that happens, and I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Take a look at this one from Darvin Ham versus the North Carolina Tar Heels that featured Anton Jameson and, oh yeah, Vince Carter.
My teammate shot a crazy hook shot, and they was ready to go back in transition, and Vince Carter had already leaked out. And as he will tell you, he didn't box out. He didn't box out the Ham, and that was the wrongest thing he could have done in that game.
Broke the backboard.
Yes, sir.
Freshman year in college.
That was a hell of a game.
I heard about that all year. Also, glass still cutting up.
Basketball goals have gotten better and stronger, but Zion Williamson shows that his power actually translates here, as you can see it doing some damage to this goal in a pickup basketball game. Believe it or not, your very own Michael Jordan shattered a backboard on August 25th, 1985 during a Nike exhibition game. In typical Michael fashion, he goes up with finesse, but this time adds a little bit something extra to it as he leans into the tail end of this dunk and absolutely shattering the backboard, bringing it down, cracking it from top to bottom. And hey, guess what? None of that glass even touched Michael, as you can see it rain down on the opponents. Well, it should be no surprise, Shaquille O'Neal bringing down his first backboard, and not even just backboard, his first entire goal during his rookie season. Take a look at this, and then the story that followed beyond this, because this was unlike anything anybody had ever seen.
The entire backboard. That's one we haven't seen.
Well, he didn't break it. He just took it down. The big guy followed up shots, and if you leave to go try and block someone else's shot, you're going to have Shaquille all over the glass on the rim. How strong is he? Well, I think this backboard company will attest to it.
Now, that is the more modern way of trying to make your mark on the game.
Right behind me is the new structure that they are rolling in. They are going to replace the entire structure because of the Shaq attack on the last rim.
You are looking at some of the America West Arena maintenance people who are attempting to repair the original stands. Well, there's a complete stat line and perhaps a new column that the NBA may be considering in future.
Shaq wasn't done that year either, as he appeared on this show with Ahmad Rashad, goes up, shatters the backboard. We'll just say we're lucky Shaq wasn't injured on this one.
Notorious for naming his dunks, the self-proclaimed Chocolate Thunder became the NBA's answer to Muhammad Ali.
If there was a godfather of thunderous dunks and broken backboards, you're looking at it. Daryl Dawkins did it not once, but twice during this season and showed just sheer raw power and athleticism by breaking multiple ones.
Spectrum officials were ready, but it still took an hour and 14 minutes to clean up the mess and finish the game, which the Sixers won 132-120. Looking at it again, watch the tremendous power with which Dawkins rams the ball through the hoop. They're calling the chips of glass from Daryl's broken backboards Daryl's diamonds, just in time for Christmas. Bob Dominy reporting.
Number 2. You didn't think we were done with Shaq, did you? In 1993, he did it again and brought down the entire backboard in one of the most devastating dunks you will ever see.
Seen that. Hold on to the roof. The Shaq attack. You want to see twisted metal? Go to the dressing room. It's the season for tornadoes. And you better make them with steel. And he got hit with the shot clock. That's a violation.
That's a 24-second clock violation. Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to have a lengthy delay.
At number 1, this needs no introduction for this fabled backboard breaking dunk.
In the right, nobody's home. Picked off by Miller.
All of a sudden, a fast break takes place, and Sean Miller, the choreographer for this team, comes over the timeline.
I know if he gave it to him, I was going, dunk it.
Lane's on the other wing.
When Jerome broke the backboard, it literally sounded like someone throwing a brick through a huge glass window.
Yeah! Send it in, Jerome!